You're listening to Pure and Utter.
Did you hear about the Irish magician, Ryan?
No.
Instead of pulling a rabbit from a hat, he pulled a hair from his hole. Graveyard learned to drive in a graveyard.
You're not going to kill anybody there.
That's what he said. Well, if you farted when you looked at it, you're going to shite yourself when you hear the price.
You are joined with Ryan Lynch and Gary Gamble.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pure and Utter. And this is Gary Gamble. And in front of me is a man called...
Ryan Lynch.
Yes, Ryan Lynch. The man who invented the lynch mob. This is episode number...
8!
Ayo!
Ayo! Episode 8, back in your ear holes.
Yes, we're back in your ear holes. How are you? Thank you for listening to Pure and Utter. You're so good listening to us. We would like to thank you individually by taking you all out for breakfast.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner?
Just breakfast.
No, just breakfast.
Breakfast. Because it gets them out of the bed early in the morning. You don't have to worry about them then. Get out of my bed. Come on, your breakfast is ready. And then get out of the house. I'll get out of here. Get a taxi.
Now, Gary, tell me, what have you been up to this week?
This week I have been working on a new single that I am going to release for January 2024.
Oh my God, you're very prolific.
Yes. Today I'm going to talk a little bit slowly as we had one complaint out of 5,000 emails.
We didn't have that many emails, Gary.
Okay, 500. And I was told, please slow down a wee bit when you're talking.
Especially when you're telling your jokes.
Shut up now, don't chat that fast.
So you've been recording the new music. You've been working with Wes this week, have
Would you slow down? Yes, I have been in the studio and I was in working with harmonies and fiddle players and
you were fiddling?
Accordion. Oh, I was fiddling and I was doing more harm than harmony. Lots of fun in the studio. Lots of fun and lots of fun. Anyway, what about you?
I've been having a really riveting, super exciting week doing my tax returns.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's desperate altogether. I do not like this time of year. And
do you not?
No, because
I love it. The days are getting longer.
No, because I have to do my tax return.
Oh.
That's what I'm chatting about. But sure, it'll be over now soon. And then I'm off to the Canaries next week. I can't wait.
I wouldn't go to the Canary Islands if I was you.
Why?
Because it's full of canaries.
Everywhere you go.
I was in the Virgin Islands last year and do you know this? There wasn't one canary in it.
Don't use my joke. You gifted me that. You can't use it.
I've copyrighted that now, Ryan. You owe me royalties. Anyway, it's into our first topic. Good evening, welcome, and a good morning, and hello to you wherever you are in the world. It's lovely to have your company. Do tell us where you're from. Our email address is pureandutter@gmail.com.
Oh, so Gary, you made me watch a clip of Saltburn, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Saltburn is trending at the moment. So Sophie Ellis Bextor saw Murder on the Dance Floor, and there's a few mad, weird and wonderful scenes performed and acted by the fantastic and Irish actor that is Barry Keoghan.
Yes, he's from Dublin. And did you see GQ magazine tried to claim him as English?
I've seen that, but sure, how we're all trying to get a piece of him, male or female. And Ryan watched some of the scenes that I played from. We had a little reaction video. We can check it out.
You can find it on all our social media.
Yes, you can do that too as well.
It's pretty gross.
It's fantastic. But sure, Ryan, you said that's what you do too as well when I'm on the shower.
If you know what we're chatting about.
Yes, and if you know why we've been dancing about the house naked all week to Murder on the Dance Floor.
Murder on the Dance Floor.
You know what the hell's going on.
Let's get into our first topic, shall
Here we go.
Okay, Gary Gamble, I have a question for you.
Oh no.
Have you ever in your life ever stole anything?
Stolen everything. Anything.
Apart from the hearts of the Irish nation, but apart from that.
Do you hear him been so sweet to me? He's never sweet to me. Let me think, Ryan. Yes, I possibly have stolen things. I know that I've stolen things that... No, you don't even know.
What, like a set
maybe
of formatting glasses from a pub? No, okay.
No, maybe like putting diesel in a forecourt, and then driving off.
What? That's properly stealing.
It's not. It happened to me a few times in Scotland, and then the police ring you, or the police station or the petrol station contact the police, and then the police contact you, like, oh my God, did I forget? And he's like, but they know, like, if it's genuine, if they can't get you. Oh, so God, I'm like, oh, can I give you my credit card and pay it now? And they're like, no, I want you to ring this number and ring the shop. I was like, oh, perfect. Because it's all cameras now anyway. So that happened before. Also, I paid for an item and a few items actually, and maybe have something under my arm, and then walk out to the car and go, oh my God, I forgot to pay for that. And I go back in and sometimes say, oh, lost you, it doesn't matter now, going ahead. And sometimes I just pay for it. So if that's what's called stealing or theft or kleptomania, then that's it.
You're kleptomania.
Oh, how am I now? I'm not.
Kleptolina Jolie.
Like, I wouldn't intentionally go out to steal things.
No.
Know what I mean?
You're not Winona Ryder, are you?
No, Winona Ryder. Oh, she's class.
She's a kleptomaniac. Sure, she was
Is she?
done. Did you not know about that?
No, what'd she do?
She was stealing clothes. Like,
Let her steal away.
I think it's a bit of a thrill for some people
Is it?
to steal stuff. You know, it's a bit of a rush. And so sure Winona Ryder isn't short of money. Like,
Oh, no.
So it's not like she needs to steal stuff, but she was probably just doing it for the crack.
She just likes the thrill of being
go
caught.
on, let's go on a
Oh
wee
my
stealing
God.
spree.
And what about you? Have you ever stolen anything?
To be perfectly honest with you, I absolutely have. Yes.
Oh, when? Why? Who, what, where, when, who do what, and who did it pay?
Well, when I was very young, I think it must have been about 3. I went to Woolworths before it closed down. Do you remember those good old
Yes.
days? Woolworths. And with my aunt. And when I came back, now I don't really remember this. I remember bits of it, but I've been told the story many times. I came straight into the house and ran straight up to my bedroom. And my parents were there with my aunt, and they were like, what's wrong with him? And I ran up to the room and I took, do you remember those gummy hamburgers you used to get?
We said they were in the plastic
In a
packet.
plastic packet, but it was a big one. And I'd stole one of them from Woolworths, run up to my bedroom and shoved the entire thing straight
Brian, you could have
into
choked.
my mouth. And was like, and then my mum came up and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you running up here? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, what's in your mouth? And I was like, nothing. And she's like, open your mouth now. And it was the burger. And she's like, where did you get that? I stole it. I'm sorry. And then they were like, we're going to ring the police on you. We're going to get them to take you to jail, and then you'll have to spend the night. And I was like, no, I'll never
no
steal
way,
anything
Ryan.
again.
It's just a silly thing you done, like.
So funny. I learned from that.
Is that why Woolworths closed, like, now? Because
I put them into administration with all my burgers.
oh my goodness, poor wee Ryan. I could just picture you too. You're that innocent, but you weren't really.
We devil underneath.
You still are.
Aye. So Gary, I have a question for you, right?
Right.
So imagine you had an invisibility cape, right? And you could make yourself invisible.
The cape, that's on my back then.
Yeah,
not
you
my
could
front.
you could cover your whole self, your massive hole, your whole self,
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
and you could go in and steal something.
Right.
What would
Put
you?
it under the cloak.
You could hide it under the cloak. That's the specific.
Let me think what I could steal under a cloak.
A diamond,
Not sure I couldn't get into the bank without knowing the code.
the Mona Lisa.
Wouldn't probably get through neither.
No. What about a cigar?
What? Let me think. There wouldn't be something that I would want to steal unless I was working for somebody and they said to me, we want you to steal something like the Mona Lisa, as you says. So I could put the invisibility cloak on and go in, and they would just see it probably floating off the wall and then into oblivion. Under my cloak.
Imagine we had the Mona Lisa. We could hang it up here in the studio. Sure, look class.
But sure, what would it get you? And if you try to sell it, then sure, you'd be caught, and then that's the end of the world, as Skeeter Davis says.
Oh, do you remember Skater?
Oh, Skeeter's a wee critter.
She's a wee critter.
I know. She was a big friend of Philomena Begley, you know?
She was.
I want to ask you the question because I just can't think of an answer. And it was complicated in my head thinking, I don't even know what to steal because I would have too many options, too many questions. I was saying invisibility cloak, how it would work, where I could go to work with razors, could I walk through walls? So I'm asking you a question. The question is, if you had an invisibility cloak and you could put a rabbit around you and then maybe stick an item underneath it too as well to hide it, what would you steal and why?
Do you know what? I would go into the nearest jewelers and get a big sexy emerald ring, and I'd wear that ring all day long.
Well, I don't know why you think emeralds are sexy because they're cat. I wouldn't buy one to a dog or a cat. But anyway, each to their own.
Well,
so a lovely big sexy emerald ring, right? Go ahead. Where are you going to wear this emerald ring?
and a tiara. I haven't finished.
It's getting better now.
And I'd wear I would go then and steal some long silk gloves. And I would just, do you know what I would do? I would wear my tiara on top of the invisibility cloak and put the two hands out with the emerald ring and scare the shit out of people.
You're on about too much for Ginger Johnson. That's what's wrong with you. You'd be like a drag queen then, all right?
Oh, I'd be in invisibility.
I know. Well, I could just picture you with the tiara and the emerald ring. That's what you would steal.
Aye, what would you steal?
I don't know. I couldn't think. Mona Lisa or something, and then hang it up and then try to sell it to everybody, and then I'll probably get caught, so there's no point of stealing anything. Well, that concludes the little theft.
So it's time for another segment of the week. It's Daniel Loki.
Daniel Loki is where I sing song lyrics as Daniel O'Donnell, and Ryan has to guess the name of the song. I don't sing them, I talk them, then I sing it at the end. Ryan, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Listeners, are you ready?
We're ready.
Gladiators, are you ready?
Sure.
The post, it takes so long, so I've got to sing this song to let you know how I feel. What's the deal, baby? And I can't wait for you and the things you make me do. My heart is ringing, so I'm singing this song for you.
I don't know it.
What?
This is the first one I've never got.
Oh my God, here we go.
Sing it.
I search from town to town, but I can't find my bird, ooh, ooh. I got so desperate that I sent a rocket to the moon. In New York City, someone says they saw you singing the blues, but it was a man from nowhere land that looked like you. I will keep searching on. This feeling's much too strong. My heart is ringing and I'm singing this song for you.
Heart's ringing and I'm singing this song for you. Oh, I don't know. I do know, but I don't know. Oh.
I'm horny, 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 horny. So horny, horny.
Tonight.
I'm horny, 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 horny. How do I get it? So horny, I'm horny tonight.
Oh my God, I'm horny. Oh my.
See, I was going to sing the start of it.
How does it go?
You got me horny in the morning and you know, oh. I tried to call you, but I can't find the tele. I sent a message to the internet, but it rejected. I wrote a letter and I sent it with the post. Oh, Ryan, you didn't get it this week. First time ever. We got him in episode 8. Ryan, what sort of car do you drive? Do you drive a manual or an automatic?
It's manual. Sure, I love a good gear stick.
Oh.
What do you drive? You drive
I drive an automatic.
You drive the Victoria Beckham mobile.
Yes, the wee Evoque, Range Rover Evoque. I love it.
The wee red
I used to be always a Mercedes-Benz man, you know. But then I went away from the Mercedes.
Lord, won't you buy me?
Mercedes-Benz. Then I was in Scotland, but I was picked up one time at the airport to do a festival from Aberdeen, and was going to a place called the Linnaskeen, the Necht in the Linnaskeen, class wee place, Hootenanny Festival. And this girl picked me up and I was like, oh my God, this car's nice. It was a cream interior, and I was like, oh, I want one of these. So my brother and his friend went to England and got me one.
Whoa! No, I love your car. It's a lovely wee motor.
But I love your car too as well, because it was passed down by your granny and granddad, and you're never here, so you don't even need a car. Like, your car sits at your house 24/7. You never use it.
It sits at Belfast Airport quite a lot, to be honest.
That's all it is.
But no, it does the job. Sure, we'll see if it gets through another year. I'll run it.
It's a Volkswagen, by the way, folks. A Volkswagen Golf, is it?
Golf,
and it's a class wee car.
I think it's 2000.
Good suspension.
2002.
2002. But no, Victoria Beckham designed the Evoque and the sound system and all, and you can watch it online with all this stuff. But no, I kind of liked it. And I was always Mercedes-Benz man, and then Range Rover. And everybody says, oh, you'll have problems with the gearbox and problem with the engine. Ryan, I've never had a problem with that car.
It's automatic though, right? Automatic.
Yes, automatic. 2 pedals, stop and go. It's a go-kart, like.
Oh my God.
I know.
Well,
what kind of car, like, say you're retired now, or you've just got a year off work and you're saying, right, I'm going to have a good car for myself now to drive about for the year. What kind of car are you going for?
Okay, I'm not into like cars that much. I probably wouldn't mind like a fancy Tesla or something. But if I could pick a car tomorrow, I'd get a Mini Clubman. The big Mini.
Oh, they're big. Oh, the doors in the back are class, aren't they?
I could get a Labrador in there easy enough.
Exactly.
No, I'd like a Clubman. I don't know, maybe a nice...
Well, guess what I would get, Ryan?
What?
I would get nothing. I would just keep the car I have, because I actually had is it the Velar? No, the one higher than a Vogue, the one above it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I had it for a couple of days and I gave it back. I hated it. It was cat.
Why?
Oh, God, the tires are big and massive and chunky and the whole inside thing. And you wouldn't have passed a garage. Like that thing there I have at the moment, it could go in air.
And also, a Spice Girl didn't design it, so you're not going to drive that.
Exactly, Victoria. I will not forget you and your design techniques.
Tell me, Gary,
Yes.
when did you pass your driving test?
I passed a test when I was 17.
Oh my God, did you?
As soon as I was able to drive and learn to drive, I done 12 lessons and then I was on the road.
And you passed first time?
No, I didn't. I think I done. No, I failed in my, was it theory or? Oh my God. But anyway, I got it second time. My dad used to learn us to drive. And I hated this thing about this clutch. Like one time my dad said to me, could you let the clutch out? And I opened the door because I didn't know what the hell is a clutch like. And he was laughing his head off.
And you passed your test.
I know, but actually I passed it. Was it an automatic? I learned to drive with a gentleman called Kim Myers. He lives in Elgin, and I used to live in America with a guy called Paul Myers. So when we were
Polly
17.
Pancakes. how
Polly
you doing?
Pancakes on Instagram. Hi, Paul. He was here with us recently in Ireland, and his dad learned me to drive. Nobody learned me to drive, Ryan, in a graveyard.
What?
Now, the graveyards in Elgin over in America, just outside Evanston in Chicago, they have street names. They're so massive.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, why are we going to learn to drive in a graveyard?
You're not going to kill anybody there.
That's what he said. Well, Gary, you're not going to kill anybody in here. So, like, it was a big Chrysler car and the sliding door 7-seater. And I was like, oh my God, it's so easy to drive.
Oh, wow.
So I was only 16 and forward was easy. You just put your foot down, turn left or right. It was called driver's ed. You have to go for first. And then reverse was simple. And he showed us how to reverse around a corner. Then Paul would have a go. And we're like, wow, we can drive. This is simple. And then when I came to Ireland to do my test in 17, I was like, hold on a minute. This isn't the way you drive. I was like, I was in a car before and there's only 2 pedals. I was like, Daddy, this is 3. I was like, oh no, we've got a clutch over here. But they call it a stick shift.
Stick shift.
But we call it manual or automatic.
Have you ever seen them videos online where people are driving these new electric cars through a graveyard and the sensors can pick people up where their graves are? Have you seen that?
I've seen that a few times actually.
Oh, that's creepy, isn't it?
It is freaky, but now I know that they do that in the graveyard. I think it's something to do with the headstones and sometimes the heat of the sun hitting it, because it's also happened in the towns, but they're not as popular. Like lampposts can light up as people too as well. It's like sensors.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's all ghosts.
It could be ghosts. You never know. Where did you learn to drive, Ryan? And what age were you?
I learned to drive in Oma. Well, I started learning to drive before I went to university, and I did my test 3 times and failed spectacularly all 3 times.
Oh, 3 times. Third time lucky.
And then I went and did a...
Third time unlucky.
No, I didn't pass it 3rd time. I
That's what I'm
failed.
saying. Third time unlucky.
I failed all 3 times, yeah.
Oh, Ryan.
And then I went, when I was 27, I went to work in Cyprus for a season. I was singing out there. And I couldn't drive, and you needed a car in Cyprus to get around.
So you went to Cyprus and you had to learn to drive.
No, I was in Cyprus and I couldn't drive, and everyone else had to drive me around. And I felt, for the first time, really useless, like I needed to get that license. So as soon as I came back, I had 3 months off before my next job. So I just went and did the lessons, did another driver's test, failed again, number 4.
4?
Then went for number 5. The day before I had to go away, I was going to Yorkshire and I was moving away. I was going to be away for a year, and I passed my 5th
thank God.
attempt. Lord Oma has too many roundabouts and a terrible hum.
I always say that they should take the roundabouts away so traffic can just go straight on.
I did do my test to get my license for a moped.
Oh.
I can drive a moped up to, I don't know, is it 150cc? I'd like to learn to drive a motorbike. I could see myself dressed up in the leather, maybe the chaps. Heading up to the rally.
No, driving to Berlin.
From Paris to Berlin and every disco I've been in.
Hi. Do you know what I done then after I passed my test?
What?
I went for flying lessons in Enniskillen Airport. From bad to worse. Like, and I just thought, to hell with this, I want to try and go for a pilot. But then I ended up singing, so that was the end of the 8 hours of flying.
Well,
Quite expensive. Do you fly, too?
I'm sure it is.
Well, it was easier to book them in blocks of 5 than just go and do a single. But I didn't know that after three or 4 flights.
Well, sure, you live and learn, don't you?
Anyway, we're flying off the topic of driving. So let's go to our next topic.
Meow.
Meow.
So, Gary, I have another question for you.
Right.
It's Blue Monday today.
Oh.
It is. And that technically is the day of the year that
Dun,
most
dun,
people
dun, dun,
are
dun.
feeling down
Oh.
or blue or depressed
Oh my
or
God.
sad because it's after all the festivities at Christmas.
Yeah.
In January, people haven't been paid.
It's like a wee slump
yet.
now, a wee low.
It's a
wee
slump. And apparently it's the one day of the year that the most people feel blue.
Oh, the critters.
So what would you say to anybody listening who's feeling a bit blue at this time of year?
My
What would
God,
you
what
say?
I done today, I got up and went out for a walk and said, wow, look at the snow when I got outside. And see, like as Dolly Parton says, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. Like I know that seasonal affective disorder is maybe one thing that's probably going against them. It could be the thing that maybe they're looking at their bank accounts going, geez, I spent a wee bit too much at Christmas. Oh
Yes.
God, I done that and that. So that maybe that's the second factor. And the third one is everybody just doesn't want to go back to work after having such a good time and stuff like that. So it could be loads of wee things like that. But I would just say, get up and get out there. We've got longer daylight hours coming.
Yahoo.
We've got Valentine's Day around the corner. We've got a good February too as well, and the weather's going to be, and we've got daffodils coming out. Everything's going to change, and your spring cleaning is going to happen shortly. And then we've got St. Paddy's Day to look forward, and then we've got Easter to look forward to. So there's so much stuff like, and we've got a really, really warm summer ahead of us. So stay with it and get out there and know what you could actually work on if you want. You don't have to do this. You can work on your own well-being. You could take up a little bit of maybe just look after your mental health and do a wee walk every morning, or maybe work on a new diet, or work on your, what do you call that? A summer body is made in the winter.
Oh, aye.
So maybe there you go. You could do something like that.
It's hard though. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves with New Year's
Don't
resolution.
put no pressure on yourself. Look at my New Year's resolution. Everybody says you're mad, but I'm not, because they see me. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not going near a gym, because you know I'm not going near a gym. Not the person gym, the actual gymnasium. It's because it's packed. And those people are going to start filtering out now when they say, oh, I couldn't be bothered with this anymore. And then I'll have the gym to myself in February.
But definitely, I think the days are getting longer and you're going to see that.
Oh,
Didn't
thank
they
God.
say by the end of January we're going to have an extra 38 minutes or 39 minutes?
Yes,
every
Ryan,
day?
I always plan a hot tub party on the weekend that the clock goes forward in March. And you know that because we get daylight hours right up until 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night. And that's in March, and you can go and check it, because I look at that religiously and always make sure I plan that weekend around that.
Well,
So you could be barbecuing in the garden in March. Well, they always say...
I don't know about
No,
that.
they do. Sometimes we get really good weather in March, and everybody would say, well, don't cast the cloud till May's out, which means don't be taking your clothes off and don't be going into the water and stuff like that. Because I know it's daylight hours, but I seen a few people and myself last year get burned, sunburn in March.
Sunburnt in March.
Did you not remember St. Paddy's Day 1 March, and it was scorching?
Wow.
I know. That's
Sure,
stupid
there's
6 years
so
ago.
much to look forward to this year.
Yeah. Hi, it's only January. It's the start of the year. And if you are feeling low and at the bottom, there's only one way up now. So keep at it. And
The only way is up.
I know what you do. Listen to this podcast and we'll get you out of your Blue Monday. Anyway, we hope this helps with the Blue Monday.
Blue Monday.
Do you know Kylie Minogue done a Blue Monday thing?
Can't get you out of my head. I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, your loving is more I think about.
There you go. That's our Blue Monday. Ryan, do you
Yes.
feel lucky, punk?
I'm not sure.
Ryan.
It is Blue Monday.
Do you feel lucky?
I don't know.
Do you feel lucky, punk? What's that? It is a Clint Eastwood or something used to say.
You feel lucky, punk.
Something like that. Ryan, luck and gambling. So have you ever felt lucky or went to a machine or a bookies and says, here, go and put a $5 in that, and then you come out with maybe £1 million in your pocket?
No, it's never happened to me. Sometimes I do, I do the Grand National every year, and just
Do you?
I pick a wee name that stands out to me, something that's a bit funny, and I
Right.
don't look at the odds. I just go with the name, and that has proved to never work for me because I've never in all my years won anything on the Grand National. Of doing it, my granny used to always get us a wee bet on the Grand National every year,
Aw,
and
the
we
wee
could watch
darling.
it together.
Ryan, recently we celebrated your birthday with a little bit of gambling. Gary's the name and gambling is a game with Ryan Lynch.
Aye, we went for my birthday to the dogs in Lifford.
We were gone to the dogs.
Gone to the dogs, the dog races in Lifford.
Greyhound racing.
We did. We went to the greyhound racing along with Ailish, my Muller, your Muller, the whole clatter of us, Trudy, Mary, the whole shebang. And it was a great night.
Yes, it was
It was
fantastic.
a lot of fun. And guess how much I won out of 10 races?
I don't know.
0.
Oh,
Nothing. I'm just not lucky.
Didn't
like
I
that.
won in the middle and one at the end?
Ah, you win a bit, and Ailish won a bit, and everybody won a bit.
And you
I-
didn't on your birthday.
On my birthday, I got 0.
That's because the universe knew that you got loads of presents and money from and gifts from us, and it says, right, for us being so good to you, they returned the favour to us. That's how the universe works, folks.
That's it. Well, I would like to win the dog races one time in my life. We'll have to go again.
You got to be
sometime.
positive, though. I think sometimes this is very, very weird. I'm not being big headed now, but sometimes I'd get a ticket for a raffle. I'd say, God, I'm going to win this. And then I'd say to Mammy, here, go and hold that because I ain't going to win. Next minute I would call her. She's, how the hell do you know that? I don't know. I get this feeling. But then sometimes I just buy stuff and go, no, I'm not going to win. And then you don't win. I think you do get the little feeling that you're going to win. My friend Teresa Herity from Letterkenny, she says to me one time, she says, I bought a ticket for the car draw. And I was working on Highland Radio at the time. And Oisin used to ring us from the Letterkenny Credit Union when I was on air. And the next minute, whose name came out, like they call like a number 4210 and they go through it. Teresa Herity.
Ah, she came out.
And she was, and I had to interview her then on the phone, so I brought her on air. And as the guy Oisin was chatting, he says, well, Teresa, how do you feel? Like, can you believe that you won this car? I know what she says. No, I knew I was going to win it.
Oh my God, really?
She said it on the air. She says, no, I knew I was going to win it. She
That's
says,
so funny.
Isn't it mad? Like, so sometimes you just have that little bit of positivity and feeling lucky. And I think you won. Did you see Darren Brown? He done a show about it.
Ah, he's brilliant.
He made up like this idea and he followed people like, if you rub this lucky dog or something, I think it was a statue in a park, you'll be lucky. And then these people all started to rub this dog, but then it showed the people that were feeling lucky and rubbing the dog, and they were winning these things, and things are happening, and then people that were like not interested were walking past £50 notes in the street and all this stuff set up, and if they hadn't bought a scratch card they would have won. And no, it's just really, really mad how luck can actually come your way as well. But there's a lot of luck as well. Obviously, Ryan, you'd know in your gaming industry and business that you work in, like, it is a lot of luck as well.
The right time, right place.
Right place, right people.
And the other thing is, if you don't put your hat in the ring, you're never going to win.
You're right, and you've put your ring in a lot of hats.
Cheeky
You put your ring in a lot of hats.
That doesn't even make
I know.
sense.
You put your hat in the ring. I know. Did you hear about the Irish magician, Ryan?
No.
Instead of pulling a rabbit from a hat, he pulled a hair from his hole. Ryan, have you ever tell us saltburnitis?
What is that?
Saltburnitis. Now, I know there's sand burns and knee burns and carpet burns, but saltburnitis, do you know what this is now?
No, I don't.
It's a person that goes over to a bathtub and tastes the water that somebody's bathed in or played with himself in. Yuck. So saltburnitis. So if you've got saltburnitis, Ryan would love to hear from you.
I would
And
not.
he'll come to your home and have a bath.
I'm not coming in no bath.
I've decided that I'm going to record me and you just dancing naked around my house to Murder on the Dance Floor. Are you up for it?
Murder on the dance floor.
Are you up for it?
Do you have any?
Because I'll have to tell Sophie.
Oh no, not Sophie.
No, Sophie. Are you a Bexterian or not? Sophie Ellis Bexterian.
A bacteria.
Bexterian.
That sounds like a bad infection.
I'm telling Sophie if you can stop it. Anyway, we shall dance naked around the house and we'll play Murder on the Dance Floor.
Okay. So guess what time it is this week? It's time for Gamble's Garbage. Whatever.
Right, you ready? Mm-hmm. So, Gamble's Garbage, I have to tell a joke, and Ryan has to either like it, lump it, give me a score out of 10, or if it's a 0. Last week's, it was a 7. Mighty 7.
I think I was being a bit generous, to be honest. But, okay.
Okay. This woman went to the jeweller's one time, Ryan. She's called Mary.
Okay.
And she was looking for an engagement ring.
Right.
And there was all these lovely rings on display. There were silver rings and golden rings and onion rings and emerald rings and every kind of ring in there. And even the 3 rings of marriage. You know what they are?
No.
The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering. Anyway, on the bottom shelf, there was the best looking ring in the shop. And as Mary bent down to look at it, she let out a bit of gas. Yes, she farted. And if that wasn't bad enough or embarrassing, the manager of the jewellers was standing behind her and he tapped Mary on the shoulder. And he says, "Excuse you, Mary, can I help you?" And she says, as she was bending over, she says, "I just want to know the price of this diamond ring." And the manager heard her farting like and smelt her like and says, like, "You want to know the price of the diamond ring, Mary?" He says, "Well, it's like this. If you farted when you looked at it, you're going to shite yourself when you hear the price." Oh, I think this is going to be a high score. That's a good laugh. Come on. Do you like it?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh my God. See, the simpler it is, the better. Whoa.
Do you know what? If you can't laugh at a fart, life's a sad place for you.
You are right, Ryan.
Whoa! Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt, Aunt.
It sounded like you said something else there. Right, Ryan. What's our Faggoty Aunt this week? He always reads them, never lets me read them.
Okay.
And he doesn't care.
Okay. This one comes from Anonymous. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This one comes
You
from
love Anonymous, but go ahead.
I'm a young man. I've just turned 18 years old and I'm fallen in love with a woman. But the problem is she's much, much older than me.
Right.
And she's my teacher.
Oh, we've never heard that one before, Ryan.
I'm head over heels in love and I've tried everything to get her out of my mind. But all I can do is think about her. Please help me, Anonymous.
There's so many people kiss their teacher. I see this like in the papers nearly every 3 or 4 weeks.
So many teachers kiss back too.
I know.
Oh my God.
I've read one. I've actually read one recently too as well, about a week ago in the paper, where somebody's going with the student, teacher going with the lecturer going with the student, and ABBA are to blame apparently.
When
I kissed the teacher. Yeah, that song was going around my head. Everybody screamed when I kissed the teacher. But like, has he kissed his teacher?
Well, he didn't say in there. I think he's just a massive admirer.
Oh, right.
And head over heels in love with
Oh,
his teacher. He doesn't even say what subject it is and he's anonymous. So I suppose we can only say so much. Maybe.
Yes.
Let's look at it from this perspective. Let's say that the teacher isn't reciprocating that love. How can he deal with it in that instance, first of all?
Well, it's like window shopping, I would say. You can look at the things and say, oh, I love that. I'd love to get that. So if that's just happening, that's okay. But don't become a stalker. And don't be going over there saying, "Miss, there's my number. Give me a ring after school." Like, that's just creepy. Okay, if you fancy her, then, you fancy her and that's it. But guess what? There's other people probably fancy her as well. You're not just the only person.
And there's also other people out there too.
And plus the fact you're 18 and
hormones are raging.
Exactly.
Give it a bit of time.
Bit of time is then settle down. I'd love to know what age that teacher is, by the way.
Is more like
she's probably
older.
70?
Yeah. No, I don't.
40? 60? See, that's what I mean.
There's so many questions and not many answers. Okay.
What's the other side?
Say the teacher does show interest. What can of worms does that open?
Oh, that'll be World War VI.
No, it's not worth going down that avenue, is it?
Do not. Wait till you're out of school and just get all that, and get your head in the game with learning at the minute. Yeah, get your head out of the gutter. Ryan, I found a tin whistle in the gutter one time, in the sewers.
In the sewers.
It was a tin whistle. I took it home and blew the shit out of it. Take your mind off your teacher and put your mind more into your books and start learning something else, you dirty Brit.
Aye. God bless him.
Wee darling.
Well, there you go. That is Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt, Faggoty Aunt. As I kissed the teacher,
everybody screamed when I kissed the teacher, and they must have thought they dreamed when I kissed the teacher. That's our Faggoty Aunt.
Well, Gary, tell me, what is your pure and utter shite and delight this week?
Well, my pure and utter shite, which is something that's not really went to plan, is my brother, girlfriend and his friends were going to Austria. I was going to go too, and they told me if I want to go, the guy in the travel agent says, just give us 350 quid and you can go with them. And I was like, happy days for a week skiing for 6 of the days, and then great accommodation, a lovely area in Austria. And then I said to them, okay, I'll go. So they messaged and they came back a couple of days later and they says, it's no longer 350. If you want to add them, it's 899.
What?
Imagine being told for so long, it'll only cost you 350, it'll only cost you 350. And then once they heard that I was going, they put the price up. So that was a bit shite. So guess what? I didn't go and I went to Manchester instead.
Well, you just did right.
I know, my brother's just back too. So hope you had a fab time, everyone without me. I was going to go, but then I just thought, it was a bit dear. Like, why spend 900 quid when they says originally it'd be 350? No, the travel agent's done this, not my family or friends.
So what's your pure and utter delight?
Delight this week is I can't believe how fast I've been working and quickly I've been producing some new music. And I can't wait for everyone else to hear it. And I'm just very creative at the moment. And thank God I'm not putting my energy into the gym and waiting in queues and lines for people to use the machines and stuff like that. So I'm just delighted that I'm out there partying, drinking and clinking and making new music.
Well, there you go.
Ryan, what's your pure and utter delight? You're disgusted with me. What's your pure and utter delight and shite?
Well, my pure and utter shite, first of all, I got a fabulous tumble dryer.
Wow.
But I think there's something wrong with it. It's a really fancy one, but when you turn it on for the first half an hour, it just screams at you. It's like,
what? What kind of tumble dryer is that?
It's a Hoover, but I think it might have a defect.
Oh my God, Ryan.
It's a screamer.
Are you sure there's not I know that's a washing machine, the bolts are still in it? No.
Well, I read the thing and took out, there was little thing
in the back
you pull out. I don't know, it just screams at me. So
must look at that. And I have to drill your hole too. Ryan has a washing machine and the electric cable's coming out of the worktop.
Front.
So if I drill a hole at the back of it, I can go through there. So
he has to drill a hole in the counter just to clarify.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
And my pure and utter delight, do you know what? Actually, my pure and utter delight this week is actually the feedback that we are getting from all of these podcasts.
I know. Thank you so much, everybody.
So many people are listening in and so many people are really enjoying it. And do you know what? Big thank you for everyone who listens every week. And if you could do us a solid, go on, share it with your friends. Share it. Give us 5 stars on all the platforms.
Yes.
And that'll help get the word out.
And as me and Ryan always says, sharing is caring.
And that is the end of another episode of Pure and Utter.
Yes, if you enjoyed our podcast this week, all you got to do is visit our website for more social media links and other ways that you can listen. It's a perfect and beautiful, gorgeous, stunning looking website. It's called
www.pureandutter.com.
pureandutter.com.
And you can also find my reaction video to Saltburn on all of our social media.
He's a Saltburn-tarian now.
Oh dear.
Right, Ryan, I'm going for a bath. Would you like to watch?
I'm not drinking none of your peshy bath water. Get down.
I'm waiting for a bath, folks. Bye. It's murder on the dance floor.
Get out.
I'm getting naked. Get naked, Ryan. Go.
No.
Come on.
Murder.
Murder on the dance floor.
You better not get your kit off. Gary.
It'll be off before you know it. Bye.
Bye.